All right, for 47 through 54, the directions say, given their shape is a parallelogram, determine the most specific name and then explain or give a reason. So number 47, what do we have marked? It's always what is marked, like what is tattooed onto the shape. We are given 4 congruent sides. Well, what parallelogram has 4 congruent sides? That is by definition going to be the rhombus. I'm not able to say that this is a square because I do not have the 4 right angles. They're not there, so I cannot just add them in. Okay, what is on this next one? On this next one, we've got 4 right angles. By definition, what contains 4 right angles? We know that that is going to be a rectangle. Again, I can't say that this one is a square, and I specifically know it's not a square because this one has 1 tick mark. This one has 2, showing that those are not the same in length. Okay, in my next picture, I do have 4 congruent sides, but I also have 4 right angles, so I have both. So I'm going to write that in there. I have both 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So what shape is that? That is going to be our square. Most specifically, that is going to be a square. All right, my next problem, it has a set of parallel marks, it has a set of congruence marks, and then it has that this is 90 degrees. If that is 90, because these are parallel, same set interior angles and the supplementary, so that one's also going to be 90. And then what we're able to do is we are able to add congruence marks, and so we're going to end up having those 4 right angles. We've got 1 set of opposite sides that are congruent. We've got 1 set that are parallel. So most specifically, as specific as I can get, this is going to be a rectangle. It's going to end up having, when I draw them all in, because of these lines being parallel, it's going to end up having 4 right angles as well. So the reason is for those 4 right angles. They didn't put that right angle in there for fun. 4 right angles. Okay, 51. 51 is definitely a parallelogram because it's got my parallel markings, but they already told us that in the directions. So what else does it have? It has these 4 congruent sides. So because it has the 4 congruent sides, what shape do I know that it has to be? Most specifically, all I can say is that it's going to be, oh goodness, y'all. Most specifically, all I can say is that it's going to be a rhombus. That is going to be a rhombus. All right, on the next one, we have all of these say 6, so all 4 of those are going to be congruent. I'm going to add those marks. And then again, we have this right angle marking right here. So I get to add that to the other spots since those are parallel lines. And so not only do I have 4 congruent sides that are all 6 each, I also have those 4 right angles. So 4 right angles. So what shape is this? This is going to be a square since I have both. All right, and then last but not least, no, there's 2 more. So almost last but not least, we have, again, we have our right angle here. Parallel lines allow me to add it here and here and here. And then the opposite sides are not marked all the same length. The opposite sides are, but not all 4 of them are the same length. So because all I have is the 4 right angles, the most specific I can be on this one is a rectangle. And y'all can look at that and know that it's a rectangle. Okay, last one. It's definitely a parallelogram. They already told me that in the directions, but all of these have a side length of 3. So since it has 4 congruent sides, that is going to be a rhombus. I'm not able to call that a square because I don't know anything about its angles, and so all I get to say is that it is a rhombus. And that is the last one. Just make sure you know those formulas. For my students, I put this on the back just as a practice for you to fill them in and make sure you know those by heart. So I needed something for the back, and that just gave you some practice. So I hope you have a fabulous day.